pay very close attention to what is being spoken over the world right now. These aren't just casual remarks. These are projections, declarations, even subtle prophecies about the direction society is being guided toward. Let's look at one particular headline that should cause us to pause and reflect. Bill Gates: within 10 years, AI will replace many doctors and teachers. Humans won't be needed for most things.
The era that we're just starting is that intelligence is rare, a great doctor, a great teacher. And with AI, over the next decade, that will become free, commonplace. Great medical advice, great tutoring.
In a recent interview, Bill Gates shared his vision of a world fundamentally transformed by artificial intelligence. His comments suggest that as AI becomes more sophisticated, human labor will no longer be necessary for many of the world's essential tasks.
And it's kind of profound because it solves all these specific problems, like we don't have enough doctors or mental health professionals, but it brings with it kind of so much change.
This idea is not just theoretical. It is being spoken into the fabric of society by one of the most influential voices in technology and philanthropy. To quote Gates, "Gates is optimistic about the overall benefits AI can provide to humanity, like breakthrough treatments for deadly diseases, innovative solutions for climate change, and high-quality education for everyone." He also stated, "There will be some things we reserve for ourselves, but in terms of making things and moving things and growing food, over time, those will be basically solved problems."
But I think, it's a little bit unknown. Yeah. Will we be able to shape it? And so legitimately, people are like, wow, this is a bit scary. It's completely new territory.
I mean, will we still need humans?
Not for most things.
Take a moment to think about what this truly means. According to this vision, the processes that sustain human life, such as producing food, manufacturing goods, and delivering services, will soon be handled almost entirely by machines. This is not a science fiction scenario. This is a reality being forecasted by global elites with enormous influence over economic and technological development. We must not miss the subtle yet massive implications. AI is being framed as an all-powerful, all-knowing, all-capable solution to nearly every major challenge humanity faces. It's being elevated to the status of a savior, a messiah of machines. The narrative is shifting from human effort to algorithmic efficiency, from human wisdom to machine precision. When Bill Gates talks about AI replacing doctors and teachers, he is touching on two of the most human-centered professions, roles that require empathy, critical thinking, intuition, and relationship building. Yet he envisions a future where AI can replicate or even surpass these traits. The underlying suggestion is this: human uniqueness is not indispensable. This narrative continues to unfold in other arenas as well. Consider the words of Elon Musk during a recent Tesla all-hands meeting. He painted a picture of a future filled with abundance, where scarcity is eliminated and anyone can have anything they desire. A future of abundance for all sounds impossible. But what I'm here to tell you is that it will indeed be the case. The future we're heading for is one where you can literally just have anything you want, and ultimately, everyone in the world will be able to have anything they want. What's key to that is robotics and AI, self-driving cars and autonomous humanoid robots that can be your own personal robot buddy and enable the production of goods and services, basically with no limit. I think that's the future that we want. A future where nobody's in need, you can have what you want. But we still have the beautiful parts of nature that we like, and also space travel. Let's not forget that. Musk presents AI and robotics as the driving forces behind a technological utopia, a world where need is a thing of the past. But it's worth asking, at what cost? What becomes of human purpose, responsibility, and dignity when our roles are minimized or eliminated? When we no longer labor to produce but simply consume, does that not alter the very fabric of what it means to be human? More importantly, who controls the algorithms that make these decisions? Who owns the infrastructure that will dictate what people receive and how they live? Will there still be liberty when machinery and code dominate the core functions of society? Now, turn your attention to another source, an article titled, "The Future of AI, What to Expect in the Next 5 Years." In this piece, the author discusses how AI will affect us in ways we can barely grasp today. One of the most alarming aspects highlighted is the end of privacy as we know it. The article warns that powerful AI systems will become so deeply integrated into our lives that they will know more about us than we do ourselves. Our likes, dislikes, medical history, behavioral patterns, even our thoughts, could be predicted and manipulated. As the article states, our commitment to safeguarding privacy has already been severely tested by technological developments over the past 5 decades. And AI is about to take this to an entirely new level. This isn't just about losing privacy. It's about the restructuring of society on a scale we've never witnessed. Surveillance will no longer just be about cameras on street corners or tracking cookies in browsers. It will be predictive, proactive, and deeply personalized. It will anti-tax. As these ideas become normalized, we must remain vigilant. These are not just updates in technology. These are shifts in worldview, value systems, and human identity. When we begin to believe that AI can take over roles traditionally rooted in human experience, doctoring, teaching, nurturing, creating, we edge closer to a world that sees humanity not as sacred, but as outdated. We are being offered a future where abundance and automation sound appealing, but we must look deeper. What are we surrendering in the process? What liberties, rights, and responsibilities are we trading for convenience and control? So again, I urge you, pay attention to what they are saying. Do not just listen to the words, discern the implications. The future being proposed is not just about innovation, it's about transformation. And in that transformation, we must ask ourselves, what will be left of humanity? What many people fail to grasp is this. When the Antichrist finally steps onto the global stage, he won't be initiating his system of control from scratch. Contrary to what some might imagine, he won't be frantically organizing a technological infrastructure, rallying governments, or building networks from the ground up. No. Everything he needs will already be fully operational, ready for him to activate and dominate. The digital infrastructure, the surveillance systems, the financial technology, all of it will already be embedded within the fabric of our everyday lives. He will simply assume control over what has already been prepared. The foundation for the mark that enables buying and selling will not be a sudden innovation that catches the world by surprise. Instead, it will be a seamless integration of systems that people will have already accepted as part of normal life. Think about this for a moment. Today, we already see a growing movement toward a cashless society. Digital wallets, biometric identification, QR codes, facial recognition, and centralized digital currencies are quickly replacing traditional financial systems. The Antichrist will not need to build alliances with world governments from the ground up. Those alliances, those global institutions, and those international treaties will already be functioning. The groundwork will have been laid through global summits, multinational organizations, and collaborative digital governance. The World Economic Forum, the United Nations, and other international entities are already shaping a future of global cooperation. All the Antichrist will need to do is step in and take the reins. The Bible is clear that a time will come when the whole world will marvel and follow the beast. How does a global population come to the point of worshiping a man and accepting his rule? It doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly, through preparation, through cultural conditioning, and through a steady erosion of personal freedom in exchange for comfort, security, and convenience. Prepare your heart so that when deception comes, you are found standing on the truth.